University Northwest, and I'm here to talk about our university in hopes that you will consider, after you graduate from Prairie State, to come to our campus and enroll in our university. So, just for your information, I think there's two students here. You know Sarah, or you work at Prairie State. And Nathan, do you want to say anything about yourself or introduce
Yeah,
yourself?
absolutely. Yeah, thank you. My name is Nathan Elizalde. I work with the admission department with transfer students. So I'm familiar with Prairie State to some extent and working with students and what credits transfer on over and how and all that kind of fun thing. And so um, should you choose that this is the place that you want to apply to, I would be more than happy. I'll probably be the one that walks you through that process, letting you know what documentation is there and just kind of keeping on up to the point of your decision and things like that. So I'll make sure that before we leave today that I give my contact information. So that way, if you have any questions, you'd be more than happy to use me as a resource so I can answer any of the questions that you have throughout the process.
Sarah, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm Sarah Hine. I'm a counselor at Prairie State College, and I'm the transfer coordinator. So I'm a contact with the universities, and I do lots of things behind the scenes to make it easier for you guys to transfer. But I'm also someone you can reach out to if you're finding yourself stuck. Nathan is an amazing resource for Purdue Northwest, but sometimes people get stuck in the process or need another person's assistance. So I'm here as well.
Okay, good. And Natalie, do you want to?
Oh, hi. And hi, Song. Hi, Lee. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm a math professor at Prairie State and a colleague of Dr. Feikes. So I don't know, I'm happy to help out with any transitions as well.
Great. Well, thank you all for coming today or attending today. Just a few things. I'm pretty laid back, so it's going to be very informal, and I just got like 6 or 7 things I really want to say to you. And the first thing is I want to say is we want you. We want students. We want you to come to Purdue Northwest. Um, we need students, but we are more than happy to accept students from Prairie State, and we would love it. We got one more joining us. We would love it if you would come to Purdue Northwest. Just a couple things I would say to you. A Purdue degree is very valuable, especially I represent the College of Science, especially if you're in engineering, mathematics, science, technology. The Purdue degree means something. It's one of the most respected degrees in the nation in terms of these fields. And your degree, it was a debate a while ago, but it says degree is awarded at Purdue University, even if you attend the Hammond or the Westville campus. At the bottom, it'll say in smaller print at the Hammond or at the Westville campus. But I want to emphasize the value of a Purdue degree. It will open doors for you. It's worthwhile, respected, not just here, all over the world. In fact, the Purdue degree is very valued. I am supposed to represent the College of Science, but I don't care. I want you to come here. It doesn't matter to me whether you're in education or nursing or humanities. If you want to come here, I'm here to support that and try to encourage you to come to our campus. But I was specifically asked by the College of Science. I'm glad you're recording this because I'll probably get in trouble if anybody sees this, what I say. And I'm going to say one more thing that I shouldn't say, but that's just my style. I am at the Westville campus. This is not convenient. This is not likely to be a place where you will come. It's a lot farther away. But I can tell you, I love the Westville campus. It's very friendly. And I will say for the most part, professors know your name. It's not like a big university like West Lafayette or even Illinois. People know your name here. They know you. And you can really develop bonds with your professors and with your fellow students. And so I encourage you. It's also voted like one of the prettiest Purdue campuses out there. So please, I don't know, again, this is probably not even relevant to you, but Westville is a really good place. If you're interested in engineering or technology, I wanted to talk to you about, for just a minute, CIVIS. CIVIS stands for the Center for Innovation Through Visualization and Simulation. And I'd love for you to come to this, Natalie, to visit this one time as well. This is world class. This is not just like, oh, this is a state thing or regional thing. CIVIS is one of the most amazing things that I've seen. And Dr. Chen runs it, and she's my hero in grant writing. And what she did was she created a virtual steel mill for the steel industry. And so she can analyze a problem in a steel mill, in a furnace, and tell them how to fix it without shutting them down. She has saved the steel industry millions and millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars, because she can analyze what's going on. And so you can go into this room and you can see, you walk into a blast furnace. It's not hot, thank goodness, but you can walk in there, you can see all that. If you ever get a chance, even if you don't come to Hammond, try to visit that. You know, if there's ever opportunity where it talks about steel mills and the CIVIS, please consider trying to take that tour. She has other things, they diverge into other things as well. And I worked with Dr. McGathy, and I would love to get my team just to go through there one time to see the amazing work that they do. So that is like world renowned, okay? Not just Indiana, but all over the world. That's well respected. If you wanna, so I'm supposed to do the College of Science, so I'm just gonna talk about the College of Science degrees. I'm a math educator. I teach teachers, primarily I teach elementary teachers math, but I also teach some other math as well. So I'm in the College of Science. So in addition to that, we have a math degree. We have a brand new statistics degree, which I think is going to be very valuable. We have computer science, which is one of the hottest degrees out there. That's enrollment keeps growing in computer science. And don't ask me to explain the different variations. We have biology if you want to be a doctor. You know, we have nursing. We have health studies. Health studies is in our department. So let's say you don't quite want to do nursing, but you want to get into the health field. We have a health studies degree. In addition, we have engineering. We have mechanical, electrical, civil, and computer engineering. So we have like 4 engineering degrees. That is also world class. It's rated in the top 50 by US News and World Report. And Nathan can probably tell you the exact rating, but I can't. But that's well respected as well. So, plus we have technology degrees, which is not our department, and they're pretty good as well. And again, humanities, we have all kinds of degrees besides that. Hey, if I'm talking too much, stop me, raise your hand, or just open your mic up if you guys have questions, or I'm going too fast or I'm going too slow. Please let me know, as I just kind of get in a roll and go from there. All right. The one good thing about today's session is, and this would apply to those that might watch this as a recorded session, we can waive the $25 application fee. What you'll need to do is you'll need to send me your email address, all right? And that $25 fee will be waived when you go to apply to Purdue Northwest. So that's the offer that, it's not much of a carrot. I wish we could offer you more than that. But again, please send me your email if you're a student, and we will, again, when you apply, we will waive that $25 application fee. Nathan, did you want to add anything to that piece?
Yeah, I've never used the raise hand feature, so it was fun. I wanted to mention that we just got word, and this is really exciting for us. I haven't even sent out an email. So Sarah, you'll probably get an email about this also, but we just got approved that until May 1st. So I realize it's like less than 2 weeks. But for transfer students who apply, who have at least a 3.0 cumulative GPA, we're awarding scholarships to all of those students. We've had the funding approved. So if any transfer students are looking to transfer like this incoming like fall semester, even if you're like thinking this might be a spot, like now would be the time to do that, because that window will close May 1st is the deadline for that to happen. So just throwing that out there. If you've got time at Prairie State, please do that. But if you were thinking about transferring for the fall semester, sooner is better than later this incoming year.
So
You want, oh, sorry.
3.0.
That's correct. Yep, a cumulative 3.0 GPA is accepted, is what's going to be awarded for all transfer students.
Any college?
Yeah, just so long as they get direct admit to the program. So what I should say is that if there's a specific like question about like, hey, like I'm interested in this program, I would be more than happy to discuss that. What's your question, sir?
This would be a good time to talk about your out-of-state tuition. May as well give them the whole cost of that. And if you know the amounts that the transfer scholarships can go up to, it's usually a range. I'm used to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So out-of-state tuition, because we're an Indiana public university, even if you're like super close to the border of Indiana, unfortunately, if you're not living in Indiana, you would pay out-of-state tuition. And our out-of-state tuition is $11,500 per year. And so that is including our banded tuition. So if you've never heard that before, that term, what that means is that if you are going full-time as defined as 12 to 18 credit hours in a semester, you're paying the same price. So if you have the ability to take that 15 credit hours or even 18 credit hours, you're saving money, cutting down on some time, possibly. And so there's a lot of benefits for doing that. And so, yeah, anyway, so for the whole year, $11,500 includes tuition and fees. And those fees are typically like between like $3 and $8 per credit hour that are built into that. And that's for like parking, certain computer fees, that kind of thing. So, but everything together is that 11.5. The scholarship amount is, I believe for out-of-state students is going to be $1,500 for the year. So not like insurmountable or crazy, but nice and should be renewable as well. So if you've got a couple of years likely, to finish the bachelor's degree, that'll be something that will take a portion of that off of the plate, the responsibility to have to do that. Was that all the questions that you asked? Was there something else? But is there any questions about any of the students about any of that? I want to make sure that that's clear, because that's a really good point. One of the things that we're most proud of as a state, and land grant institution is the value of our education. Because as Dr. Feikes was saying, like, yes, the degree is known and respected, and to be able to get that at a rate that is not going to keep you or your family in debt for a long time is really important to us. It's one of our missions, is to get those quality degrees, in a way that's not going to be a hindrance in the long haul. So
yeah, that was my next point, but that's excellent. I'm glad you brought that up, Nathan. Banded tuition. So this is what I want to tell students. So you don't want to take 12 hours. You take 12 hours, you're going to pay the same amount. I would really encourage you to take 15 hours. And if you got to be a good student and confident, you could take 18 hours. You take 12, 15, 18 hours, you're going to pay the exact same tuition. All right. And the other thing that he went over that I think is important to understand, yes, you're going to pay more than Indiana residents, but you're going to pay less than international students, right? International students. So we offered a special rate. Well, it used to be for the states near us, but they've expanded that. So you're not paying the full out-of-state tuition either. We have students from China and India come. They're paying more than you are as an Illinois resident. And unfortunately, we have to do this because we get state dollars from the state of Indiana. And so that's why that out-of-state tuition is always more money at any university you go to. But that's a good deal. 11.5, that's the first time I've heard that number. I was going to tell them a higher number. The expert.
Sarah, do you have another question or?
No, that covered everything.
Okay, sorry. With Zoom's update, you now like have to like lower your hand, and I find myself like I've been in meetings where they've been like, well, what's this pondering question? I'm like, oh, I just forgot that I have to do this manually, because it used to just like go away after a couple of seconds, like when you spoke. So anyways,
Yeah, I didn't
just
know
wanted to make
about
sure.
that.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
So I want to reiterate, send me your email, all right? And that's, I mean, you just can't go and say, oh, I attended Feikes' session, I'm gonna get $25 application fee waived. I need your emails, okay? Please send me your emails, even if you're like hesitant, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna apply somewhere else, or maybe I'm not gonna go on. Send me your email so that I know who I can forward that to, and that $25 application fee will be waived. This is great news about the scholarship. That's the first I heard of it. I mean, you're making my job easier, man. Did I tell you I'm on commission? No, I'm not on commission. I'm in Westville. Do you guys have any questions? Any of the students, or Natalie or Sarah, anything you want to ask? Anybody want to ask that we could clarify?
I was gonna say if the students want to, they could put their majors into the chat or unmute themselves, and that way Dr. Feikes or Nathan could share more information about your specific majors.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to get into specifics when there's so many degrees that we offer. I mean, and I don't know the specifics of everything. We'll have to get somebody will have to get 2 engineering majors. That's awesome. Make sure I get your emails, unless you've already applied. Maybe I can get that waived. I don't know. Oh, we are going face to face in the fall. Especially on the Westville campus, they told us we're all face to face. And most of Hammond classes will also be face to face. I'm not sure what the policy is over there, but our intent is to return to normal. I actually still teach face to face. I have very small classes, but I am not an online guy. I'm like, you can tell, hopefully you can tell from my video here, I'm like a people person. I want to see you. I teach math too. So listen, it's really hard to teach math on the internet. You don't know. I have no idea what my students are learning. I teach the same way, but I don't get the feedback and I don't know how it's going. So anyway, yeah, so our intent is to come back face to face. So almost all classes, there'll be a few, but we've always had a few online classes. I think it just makes certain classes that's easier for the students and more convenient to take it online. I think those will still happen. Whatever we did before the pandemic that was online, we'll probably keep those the same. But the vast majority, it's going to be back to normal, face to face. So, hey, tell your friends, right? They can still get this discount. They can still get the scholarship, but they got to do the scholarship. You got to move soon. Well, with that said, I want to thank everyone for participating today, both the students and Prairie State and Nathan. I couldn't do without you.
Well, I'm honored to be invited. Thank you so much.
I'm thrilled to have you help on that. So thank you for attending. I hope you'll consider us. We want you. So sounds good. Well,
Right.
and I hope to come to Prairie State in the fall. I'm going to do this face to face. I'm not doing this Zoom anymore. Okay. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, thank you for speaking with our students.
Yes, you're welcome.